Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Diamonds and Dew, aka Lee K. My name is Lee K, which I'm sure you already figured out. Couple of things real quick. I got some happy mail today. Something I was not expecting. This came from Jenny, the Uncrafty Crafter. A quick handwritten note telling me that it was herself and I have to read it again. Sherry Jones, who cooked up giving me some gifts. Some of what I got: Pine Tree, snap dots. Pine Tree, the larger dots, I forget what she calls them. Sorry, Jenny. Spiced cider. These two larger dots are for the multi-placers. And Winter Woodland is with a single placer. Trying to get it to focus. And Unscented. Just for Lee. Alright, smart aleck. So she got me those. Some cute little stickers. Guitar. A little heart. Isn't that cute? Gift box. Yeah, I can use a gift box. Little balloon puppy. Pug. Gee, who has a pug that we might know? A turtle. Somebody else I know might like that. A shark. And cat's paws. Is that anything like the cat's meow? Yeah, right. I know, it's an old joke, but I'm an old man. This came from Gracie, I would assume. It is actually a kangaroo pouch, because she did say some of the stuff was from Gracie. She also sent me some Vegemite. Thanks, but no thanks. I tried it. Not for me. Another Jenny's cover minders. Let me see if I can get into this one. One of her snap minders there, it looks like. And at the moment, I can't get it open. So I'll have to figure that one out. Wait. I'll do it this way. When all else fails, cut it. Currently I'm using release papers, but that doesn't mean I won't have this hanging around. Okay, when all else, cut it some more. Yes, you're getting the raw, unedited whip and chat. Good luck with you. Or to you, I should say. 44 Magnum, bullet hole. Okay, I'm missing something, because I only see the one magnet. What am I missing? Yep, it's only the one magnet. But that's okay. I have other magnets that will work. It is pretty. And I got the end of a bullet if I need it. This is a roll stop pen. Very pretty. This came from Diamond Pen Pal. I have to stop and look. Beautiful pen. They do good work. Actually, they do excellent work, but that's beside the point. And I'm not sure, because she didn't say, where this pen came from. But again, very pretty. Beautiful colors, nicely turned. I like it. Oh, sorry about that. Fell back a little bit, but that's okay. The pen that I'm using that I did not describe last week was this pen right here. And this came from Leopard Leatherworks' The Turner. And it was a gift bought for me by Caroline Koch. Sorry, Caroline, if I mispronounced your last name, but there it is. In that pen that I got from Leopard Leatherworks, I also got some DP with sparklers. I don't know if you can see the green, but they may go somewhere on this painting. And the painting I'm working on is Angel Falls. By Craftably was who it came from as far as the company. But it also came as a win from Diamond Painting Anonymous, or Diamond Painters Anonymous. So I got that. So while I set up here, because like I said, I'm not the editing type, so you'll have to suffer with all of it. I'm going to try to diamond paint and read at the same time, which may not or may work. I don't know yet. I'll have to wait and see. Being fairly new at this whole thing, I hope you'll understand, and I'm sure you will. But nonetheless, there it is. Now I gotta find the information on the legend because. Oh, wait a minute. Is that all I need? Yeah, how do you like that? I must have dropped the magnet, so there it is. I got both magnets. 310. Black. 310. 310. There it is. Alright, so working from the bottom and working my way up from the list. First question comes from Shay herself. And yes, I am a minion of Shay because she's the one that started convincing me that I should go ahead and do my own channel. I had, Diamond Painting Fanatics also tried to encourage me, but, Shay was the first. She said, great first video. She has one question. How tall am I? Well, I have mentioned before that I do stand approximately 6'6". Probably a little less now with age. You get older, you get shorter. But yes, my height is 6'6". Fairly easy question to start off with. The second one is from, looks like Christy LaBar. Wondering if I'm in the same area she's in. Well, Christy, I don't know what area you're in. But, or you are in, I should say. I don't want people to think I'm talking nasty here. But I am in Sun City Center. which is close to Ruskin, which is about halfway between Tampa and St. Pete. Approximately. Let's see. Then, of course, you got Tim from Leopard Leatherworks, who, awesome job. The caterer strikes, he says. For those of you that might be new, who don't know, I tend to go to lives and just started as a gag that I put in a small snack bar. For those that were at the lives a little early, I started as a conversation piece. So instead of sitting there waiting, people would have something to talk about and chat about and have fun with. Well, since that one, it's kind of become a thing. I'm in quite a few lives going from a single post snack bar to 2 posts. So I have become known as a caterer to the creators. It's fun. It really is. I'm sure some of them are probably getting kind of tired of it by now. Excuse me. But nonetheless, I have been working to try and maybe upgrade some of the menus that I put in. Laura Bishop just says, congratulations on your first whip. And as I had stated last week, I do have my brother staying with us. No need to go into detail on that, but just suffice it to say it's a necessary evil. And Dottie Deba said that one. That it was nice to see I have my brother with me. I can't read with glasses on for diamond painting, so I have to take them off every time. Karen Scott said, thank you for the whip and chat. Nice to get to know you better. So how did you find diamond painting? Okay. How I found diamond painting actually is rather interesting, because I first heard of it several years ago. I happened to be looking for a hobby at the time, and this is when diamond painting first came out. And I looked at the kit, and I looked at the instructions, which weren't real super clear at the time. And I was thinking, well, that seems a little bit too much like work. I put it back. Fast forward to 2020, 2021. I ended up going out of work on disability and needed to find something to do. because I was sitting at home doing nothing, at some points feeling somewhat sorry for myself, for lack of a better way to explain it. And I looked it up again, but I said, this time, what I would do is I would go onto YouTube and see if there was anything about it on YouTube. Yeah. Can you tell I found something? The first person that I came up upon was Katie at Diamonds and Washi. And I started watching her tutorials on how to diamond paint and watching some of the things that she had been doing and watching how she went to the better pens and so on and so forth. So my wife, Lenore, some of you know from when she sang at Shay's Live, bought me some accessories. Diamond painting tray, storage container, small storage containers, things of that nature. And then went and ordered from a budget shop a couple of small paintings. And within that set of small paintings, they had an offer for a custom. So I had my cats, my little kittens, which most of you see in my thumbnail on YouTube. At any rate, so I started with those and worked my way forward. Yes, I know I'm boring. What can I tell you? Other than that, that's the story of my diamond painting. As far as rounds or squares, which she goes on to ask. Right now, I've done a few of the rounds, and they're okay. Nothing really against them. Right now, the one I'm doing here is a square. And I tend to like the squares better because I'm finding even as I do them, I'm enjoying the detail that comes in it. So I kind of like that. As far as the whole diamond painting community, well, like I said, that started with Katie, Diamonds and Washi. And then she would suggest one or two, and I'd watch them, and they would suggest one or two, and I'd watch them, and so on and so forth. Right now, I am subscribed to approximately 125 different crafters which also do diamond painting. Yes, they do other things, but they do a lot of diamond painting. So I do those. Gail Pierce says, great job. Keep up the good work. Mickey D. 1021 said congratulations, and that they are also trying to start a YouTube channel. The only thing I have to say to that is, as I was told by several, your best bet is just to get up, get set up, and do it. I am running off of my phone. As I said, I believe last week, I got the ring light, which I'm using as a stand right now, because I don't need the light, from one person. I got yeah, I'm going completely brain dead, but I got something else from somebody else to help me get this all set up. Eventually I'll think of it. When I do, I'll let you know. But I got all of this to help me get set up so that I can diamond paint and talk at the same time. So if I can do it, so can you. Sharon Martin said, great job on your first one. Look forward to another. Tammy Short also said thank you. Or actually, she said she's very proud of me for starting. If you'd like to know anything I feel like sharing, well, I'm sort of an open book. I'm not going to tell you about anything illegal, immoral, or fattening that I've done, but hey. Yeah. Well, maybe I'll tell you about the immoral. That's kind of fun. Because I had mentioned something about rolling around on a golf cart, she said she'd love to roll up on a golf cart at some point into Publix. So there could be a thing featured on OMG, which is Wix, who has a channel. Don't know who that is, but that's okay. I hope you can hear me okay. I hope when I play this back I don't have to redo the whole thing again. Christy Bigelow, excuse me, says, hi Lee, great first whip and chat. So happy for you. You did a great job. Take care. My evil laugh, which is the fake part of it. It's fun. She calls me the cousin from Boston. Loves my pen, which I do too. I think it's very pretty. It tends to remind me, and I said this to Tim when I looked at it in person, I am an Eagle nut, and I do mean the Raptor, the bird, not the sports team. And it tends to remind me of that because of the brown and black in the feathers and the yellow of the beak and feet. So yes, I do like that pen very much. So thank you. Carolyn has good taste, as does Carrie. No, Carrie. I was right the first time. As does Carrie for picking it. Kara is, of course, the principal painter. I'm going to say this real quick. Kara, my thoughts are with you and your family. I hope by the time this comes out, everything will have worked out for good. But my wife and I both send our thoughts and prayers for you and your family. I'm not sure how to pronounce this one, but it looks like J.N. Frines. My apologies. I know when I watch diamond painting creators, I'm always curious about what type of diamond paintings they like. This is another one with the squares and the rounds. I'm not well versed enough in the companies to be able to tell you what favorite one I have. I am tending to lean towards and stay towards smaller shops. The small shops. I'm not keen on like the mega shop, which I won't mention. for many reasons, but that's beside the point. I'm going to keep it light and upbeat, more or less. What kinds of paintings I like? This one is a landscape. It's a fairly good sized landscape, actually. Unfortunately, I don't have the paperwork with me to tell me what size it is, but it's a big one. 32 inches by 24, I think, if I remember correctly. But I like landscapes. I like animals, lions, tigers, bears, eagles, things of that nature. Preferably natural, not the psychedelic animals, but the ones with true to color, true to form. Those kinds of things. I don't really have a favorite artist because I don't know all the artists because, like I said, I am really new to this. I don't. I am not saving per se my extra drills for future use. I'm actually saving them to maybe do some sort of thing with. So, for example, I'm putting them all in this jar, and then I may put it in a double boiler of some sort and try to heat up the drills to melt them and see what happens when I fill it up. But we'll see about that too. I already explained what got me into diamond painting, so that's a question that's already been answered. Yes, it does help because, like I said, I want to try and incorporate everybody into my diamond painting experience, my whipping chats and so on. So I'm hoping I'm not boring you too much. I hope. God only knows. Um, one of these times I have got to learn on my phone how to actually pause the playback or the recording. Because every time I've tried so far, I end up stopping the recording and having to start all over again. Because times like this, I'm looking for a particular symbol, and I can't find it. I end up keeping everybody waiting. 9:34. There we go, finally. 9:34. There it is. I end up keeping everybody waiting, and that's no fun. So I understand if people get bored watching me. But that happens. They tell me this next one, this one here. Linda Hammermeister. Much good luck with your channel. Keep it up. Thank you very much, Linda. Carol Antrim. Hello, Carol. Great job on your first whipping chat. You did a great job. The sound was just perfect. I'm sure you have plenty of stories to tell. Well, I probably do, but it's just a matter of which ones should I tell. And I am here for it. What part of Florida do you live in? Southwest. I live on the Gulf Coast. Like I say, halfway between Tampa and St. Pete. I'm not going to bother telling them where your parents lived or where your brother is. Tell Lenore we really enjoyed hearing her sing at Shay's Live. Or at Shay's. Live. Yeah, live. Well, I did tell her that when I first read this, and she shyly said thank you very much. And yes, you will be hearing her some more. At some point in time, I do plan on recording her so I can put her on the intro and outro to the videos. I hope. I still haven't figured that part out yet. I think I got to talk to Chris on that because she did an intro and outro with her voice. I want to see how she did it because I can't find it in YouTube Studio. And have a great week yourself. Jenny. Jenny. Uh, on a personal note, Jenny, with your happy mail. Yes, good things come to those who wait. Even if I am a rather impatient person. I will tell you, and I have no problem saying so. You did have me a little choked up. It was appreciated. Not necessary, but it was appreciated. But that's okay because I will get you. I don't know how. I don't know when. But one day when you least expect it, excuse me, one day when you least expect it, expect it. But she says, hey, there you are. Look at you go. I'm super proud of you and your very first whip and chat. Great job, mister. I love the idea of using questions for this one to use as, from this one, to use as content for your next one. Well, like I said, that came from Rebecca. I did talk to her, well, briefly. More just sent messages back and forth. And I always do this, and I knew I should have written it down because I cannot remember. I know one of it is 4 Kids at 147, but I can't remember the first actual part of her YouTube channel. And once again, Rebecca, for the second week in a row, I apologize. But for some reason or other, it just keeps escaping my mind. Not that I have much of a mind to escape, but close enough. What's next? Chaotic Crafting says congratulations, fantastic first whip and chat. Again, thank you very much. Not much I can say to that, except for just that. Thank you. For some reason or other, I feel rather at a loss. The amount of, and let me see this while I'm thinking about it, the amount of response that I have gotten for my whip and chats and my finally being online and completing the promise that I made some time ago. And yes, I made that promise to Jenny too at one point in time that I was going to go ahead and finally do a whip and chat. And here it is. Several, probably months later after that promise. Felicia says it's nice to, it's a wonderful whip and chat. It's nice to put a voice to the name. I look forward to watching more. Jennifer Hines, awesome whip and chat. I love the Star Trek in the background. Hopefully you can't hear that this time. I did turn the volume down a little bit more. Although I was joking with Lenore and said, gee, maybe I ought to leave it up a little bit. And that can be my thing, to have Star Trek in the background. And like I said, that was a joke. God forbid I should be tagged for copyright infringement. Not something I would want. Believe it or not, it's a lot of work on the mental aspect on doing one of these things, because I am essentially, even though I'm reading your comments, I am still essentially talking to myself. Oh, excuse me. Jackie Williams, congratulations on your first whip and chat. Your wife has a beautiful voice. I look forward to more whip and chats. For those of you that may not have been there or don't know what people are talking about when they're complimenting my wife's voice, if you go to a live, I think it was 2 weeks ago, where Shay invited me to be a guest on her live. I encourage you to go to that one and then subscribe and follow her, because she is an awesome creator. And then you will find out what everybody's talking about. I will try to remember to put that particular Whip and Chat's link into my description. April Campbell, another one with the Lee. Lovely to hear your first Whip and Chat. I'm glad you finally broke down and graced us with your presence. Well, I suppose, if you put it that way. And yes, she is kidding. It's great to hear you, even though I did catch you on Shay's Live last weekend, so that was last Sunday. She said it was such a treat. And watch you actually diamond paint. I don't know what to say. Just glad to see this. Glad to see this finally. Star Trek in the background was cool too. So yeah, maybe Star Trek is going to be a thing. Who knows? I'll figure something out. Okay, then we got Hazel Eyes of 76. Now, I'm making an assumption on this one based on the thumbnail. And I believe that is Kel of Chris and Kel. Another one that's proud of me. I think I have brothers and sisters here that, They're siblings. See that? Diamond painting siblings. I like it. That's cool. I'm so proud of you, Lee. The hardest part is starting, and you've done that. Yeah, well, that's true. The hardest part is the first one. Did an amazing job, and look forward to listening to your future videos. I would call your laugh mischievous, not evil. That's because they were only slight. They weren't heavy. Once I really get laughing, you'll realize it. Uh, you diamond paint. She says she diamond paints in the living room as well, but she does it on a drafting table. I don't do it on a drafting table. I do it on a coffee table that lifts. So the top of the table actually lifts up and then out. It's still a little lower than a drafting table, so I still have to do quite a bit of bending, which is why I'm going back and forth now, just to keep my back from killing me. Henny says, hi Lee, congratulations on your first whipping chat. Awesome job. Mary Lou says, congratulations on your first whipping chat. I'm not going to pronounce this whole thing because every time I inadvertently screw it up. But Tammy Glasson, yay Lee, you did it. I'm so proud and happy. Time to spread the good news. Next time, let us know what you're working on, which I did. Thank you very much for the suggestion. I just went brain dead and forgot to do all this stuff last week. And info. Love the pen, but wish I knew where you got it from. That would be Leopard Leatherworks, as I had said in the beginning. Just a couple of things to help you. Thanks for the awesome job. Diana Halseth. Yay, happy to see your first whipping chat. Love those blues. Yeah, they have some really pretty blues out in here. Very pretty indeed. And yes, you will hear that beautiful voice again. I do promise you that. I just can't promise as to when. But you will. Today she's a little under the weather today. Not anything major. Just was a busy day for her, so she's in relaxing and resting. But in future whipping chats, she will be here. She may actually be reading me questions for me, rather than my having to go back and forth. And it appears that would be the last question. Or the last post to my last whipping chat. Again, I appreciate everything everybody has done, everything everybody has said. When I am finished here, I will, of course, tell you to do the same thing everybody else does. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe. I promise that they will get better. I am still fairly new, not shy, and don't confuse my stuttering and stammering with being shy, because I am far from that. I'm just trying to make sure I fit my words properly. I don't want to give a bad impression right away. I want to give that later. Because then I can pick on my own screw-ups. Because if you can't laugh at yourself, you certainly shouldn't laugh at other people. And I pick on everybody, so if I pick on everybody, I better dang well pick on myself. Eventually, yes, I have said this before, eventually this will be probably more of a not safe for children, because my language does tend to come out from time to time and I forget what I'm saying. And I will, as I said, I will be adding links. What I will do once I'm done with this is I will listen to it off my phone. Hope that the sound comes out okay. I will probably upload it and listen to it again. And we'll see from there. Also, as I said, what you see with me is what you get. I make no apologies for who I am. I make no apologies for what I am. I do say, and I will say at all times, if there's something wrong, do not hesitate to reach out, whether it be to me or any other creator, because any other creator is the exact same way as I am. They like to help the people in the community. They are there for the people in the community. And I may be speaking out of turn, so to speak, but I am a firm believer that we're all the same way. We all have our own issues, but because of our own issues, we are there to help other people. Yeah, I know. Get off the soapbox. Well, I'm tall enough, I know. But at any rate, I wish you all a great night, a great day, a great week. Keep in mind the old saying that I once felt bad for having no shoes until I met a man with no feet. Yes, that means that there's always somebody worse off unless you're in a grave. However, as I also said, if you need help, ask for it, no matter who it's from or where it comes from. People might say that's using a crutch, but when you're handicapped or when you're unable to steady, then that crutch comes in pretty handy. Until next time, have a wonderful night.